If you have a business, you have to do sales. It's the way it is.
Oh yeah, if you have a business and you don't master sales, you don't have a business.
You don't.
Sorry. You can have the best marketing, you could have the best logo design, you could have the best website, you could have a million business cards, and if you can't close a sale, if you're nervous about closing a sale, say goodbye to your business.
Hey there, it's Bronwen, and I'm here with Marianne DeNovellis.
How's it going? How are you?
Queen of advanced marketing and sales, business maven. And I'm so excited because she's coming to share some amazing skills with you at the Tenacious CEO Entrepalooza, September 27th and 29th.
That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see all you amazing people at that event.
It's going to be awesome. So today I just wanted to invite Marianne to join me and share some nuggets with you and just kind of give you an idea of what she's going to be talking about with you at that event, and maybe give you a secret nugget that you can share with other people and put into your life right now. So first of all, what got you started in the first place?
Well, I do a lot of social media marketing, and I was really wanting to jumpstart my business. I started as a breadwinner in my home about 3 years ago, and it really, actually a little before I officially became the breadwinner, I just had this entrepreneurial spirit about me.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of can't help it.
You can identify it. That's who you are too.
So I'm always doing something to make money, down from when I was a kid collecting aluminum cans to take to the store to get a few cents or a few dollars back. So when I, grew up and started a family, I started my first, I would say, official business that I was participating in, other than my photography that I started, was a coaching business for health coaching.
I did not know you did that.
I did health coaching for a while.
Wow, that was fun.
I know. And so I started with my amazing coach, and I got great results, loved it. And so she's like, how would you feel if you became a coach as well? And I was like, well, that would be awesome. I've lost, 40 pounds. I'm a product of the product. And I thought, okay, well, let's look into this. How do I do that? And she said, well, here's the thing. We're going to leverage social media, and we're going to leverage your contacts, going to leverage your phone book. And immediately I was like, oh, we're going to use social media, and we're going to talk to friends and family again, and tap everything out again. And I was worn out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you've experienced that too. Like, I have to market to my friends and family, and I've been in Utah forever doing MLMs, this and that, and I've tried, and they all know I'm a salesperson, and they don't listen to me anymore. So these are the thoughts running through my mind. And I realized over time that had been true only because I said it was true. And, and Bronwen's going to talk to you a lot about belief breakthrough at her upcoming event, and how our thinking frames our reality. And as long as that was my thinking, that was my reality. And I started doing this health coaching business, and my coach said something to me. She's like, okay, Marianne, just practice. Okay, I want you to practice doing sales calls, and let your clients know that you're just practicing. Okay, and they're not even clients at this point.
Kind of a good idea.
Right? So there's a gold nugget for you. And here's how this works. And before I give you anything else, I need you to understand one primary principle, and it's this. If you feel like you're coming across fake, you are coming across fake, so don't even start. Okay? You have got to master authenticity, and you have got to master being genuine. If you have any agenda whatsoever that you think it's best for person, that you absolutely have to make this particular sale, people are going to smell it a mile away. You know this because you've experienced this. You've experienced people trying to sell you on something before they even have earned the right or asked permission or built a relationship or trust. So before anything else, forget the agenda of having to sell someone on something. That's the counterfeit. We have sales goals in business, and we should have sales goals in business. But my sales goal isn't to sell you. My sales goal is to close a sale, a perfect sale. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it's going to be.
That's a huge gold nugget. That's a huge gold nugget. And it's like, this is what I'm learning lately. It's totally okay to take the time to nurture every relationship, because that's the only way you're not the desperate date.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the desperate date. Nobody wants to be the desperate date.
Don't ask people to marry you on the first date.
No, so I'm going along, and that immediately took the pressure off of me, and in my Six Figure Mastermind YouTube channel, I made a video about taking the pressure out of sales. So go subscribe to that real quick if you want more about that. But it took the pressure off, and I was like, okay, I'm just practicing, which means I can call anybody and I can ask them to practice with me. So what I did is I made a little list, and I was like, okay, going to go through my phone book. I'm going to see, okay, this person might, this person might, this person might. I'm going to call them and say this. Hey, what's up? You know, it was so good to see you last week. It was fun to have our kids do a play date together. I'm doing this new coaching business thing, and my coach, I totally threw her under the bus with her permission. My coach, yes, I said, I blamed her. I said, my coach told me I had to. My coach told me I had to practice some sales calls, and I was just wondering, before I, launch my business fully, if you would be willing to let me practice with you on this closing technique that she taught me. And most people were like, yeah, sure, no pressure here, no pressure there, or whatever. And it was honestly this, we're just going to practice. And most people, it was great practice, and I would ask for feedback afterward. And then there were even a couple people that were like, okay, I get that was practice, but can I really buy one? And immediately I was like, crap, I don't know how to line it up. How do I process this transaction? I'd be stumbling over my words. Yeah, let me call my coach and see how to actually get you in the system.
I've totally done that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But you can't go into the practice calls hoping for that, because that's your agenda popping up again, right?
Yeah, wrong energy.
Totally,
you gotta be honest.
Totally honest, totally legit. And that's how you start to grow your following. That's how you start to practice being authentic. And there's hundreds of tips and tricks about growing your following on Facebook, and you can go over to the back end of things and buy a click farm, which is basically a group of people over in India or Indonesia or whatever, an artificial following if you want to, and then you can get 5,000 friends on Facebook. You can have multiple thousands of people following your Instagram. Those aren't your ideal clients, so why bother? I would rather have one good lead than 1,000 click farm leads any day.
I'll tell you what, I used to buy click farm leads when I was brand new, and I was
stupid
enough.
It's like buying friends, right?
No, it's not. They don't talk to you.
They don't talk to you.
They click on the thing one time, and that's it.
And they've done their job, and you don't
have a lead.
They're done,
and it doesn't really make you look good when nobody's commenting anything.
Right. People are like, well, you have 5,000 followers. How come nobody's commenting on your stuff?
Exactly.
Oh, click farms. That's what that is. Not a fan. So, there's a lot of formulas I give, and in the Advanced Sales and Marketing course that I teach formulas. And I know that sounds weird coming from someone who just said you need to master authenticity and being genuine. There's also a psychology. There's a way that the brain works. And it's funny that, I used to feel that, I'm teaching a formula, but I also teach people to be authentic and genuine. Really, we need the formula because people don't know how to talk to people. It's strange to me. We're so, stuck behind screens and antisocial nowadays, before, back in the dating days, let's play the dating game again, right? Back in the dating days of in the 1800s, back then, when people made calls, if I was a date trying to hit on you,
sorry, I'm cutting that out.
If I was a date trying to hit on Bronwen, which again, she's not a dude, but just go with me on this, right? I would say, may I call on you? And then I would get dressed up, and then I would walk over to your house, and then I would ring the doorbell and be all nervous, and then I would talk to your parents, and then you and your parents and I would sit in the parlor together, and we would talk for however long, and then, yada, yada, yada. And
listen to all the permission asking.
Right?
It's a good kind of permission asking.
It's asking permission, building a relationship of trust. Nowadays, we send text messages, if you're lucky, or Facebook messages, or a Facebook ad, which, all of those things have their place and time, but if you're looking to build genuine relationships, you need to learn how to communicate to people, and in order to communicate effectively, you need to understand what it takes to build a relationship of trust and how the brain actually clicks when that happens. There's more. There's so much more.
So Marianne will be on stage for quite a while at the Tenacious CEO Entrepalooza. She's going to go more deeply into these things, maybe help you have some breakthroughs on some of the things that are standing in your way and keeping you from being confident in doing this. If you have a business, you have to do sales. It's the way it is.
Oh yeah, if you have a business and you don't master sales, you don't have a business.
You don't.
Sorry. You can have the best marketing, you could have the best logo design, you could have the best website, you could have 1 million business cards, and if you can't close a sale, if you're nervous about closing a sale, say goodbye to your business. I mean, I know that sounds harsh.
Not really.
But it's the truth. If you don't have customers, it's just math, guys. It's simple economics. If you don't have customers coming in, you can't have business going out.
And really, it comes down to leads. So come listen to what Marianne has to say about genuinely generating organic leads on Facebook, closing sales, building your confidence. Click somewhere around. It might be on this video, it might be above this video, it might be in the description, depending on how you're seeing this video, and we will see you there. We'll see you. Okay, so
Queso sounds really good right now.
Nothing sounds good.
Queso sounds really good right now.
Queso? Queso sounds
To the outtakes.
good. Okay.